What's up, muscle car people? This is Bring 'em Muscle Cars, and I'm Quinn. Today, we are prepping the Fiesta for a Trackcross event down at Summit Point, West Virginia. We are 2 days away, so kind of wait until the last moment here. But today, I'm going to be swapping out the winter tires and wheels for some all seasons. Due to the weather and the fact that I don't have 200 tread wear tires, my old ones are corded. I'm just going to run all seasons. We are going to do an oil and filter change today because it's just good preventative maintenance before you beat on a car. And we are also going to be swapping out the coolant reservoir tank because mine's leaking. And when the car gets hot, the coolant gets hot, expands, and it just starts blowing out the tank. So I upgraded to a Mishimoto. Oh, yeah, I upgraded to a Mishimoto, so we're going to be dropping that. It's going to be a welded aluminum tank in. And we are going to be going back to a stock airbox with a drop-in K&N filter. You may be wondering why I'm going back to stock. After tracking the intake air temps with the short ram intake, they're a lot hotter. It doesn't filter as well. I have been dailying this car lately, and the noises are cool, but I want cold air. I want something that's going to protect my engine, and I don't need the noises anymore. They were cool while they lasted, but with the tiny turbo like this, they get a little annoying after a while. So I'm going to be swapping back to a stock airbox thanks to our Fiesta part out car right here. So stay tuned, follow along. Another installment of Fiesta Friday. What could go wrong? These suck to put on because they've got two different bolt patterns. I just kept opening it up a little bit. It was stuck up in this rubber bushing. Made it a pain. What are you doing? Alright guys, so here's a short ram intake we took out. It was fun while it lasted. My two biggest issues with this are, I've only had this intake for what, Jared? Maybe like 6 months, maybe not even. And we have some of the rubber just kind of like breaking apart here. I don't know if my clamp was too tight, but it's breaking here at this radius, so I just think it's just not good rubber material. And the other thing too is the way this was positioned down in the engine bay. If I was driving around in the rain, the bottom of this would actually start getting wet. Could have gone ahead and bought they make like a water sock or something like that, which are pretty cheap, but I really just kind of want to go back to this stock airbox. So yeah, that's that. I think I'll give it to Jared or do something with it, maybe. I mean, they're not that expensive, so I think it's about 125 bucks for one of these. So yeah, let's move on. All right, guys. So of course, very easy to put the stock airbox back in. There's just two rubber bushings. You just slide it down, it pops in. Reconnect the MAF, reconnect the intake. As an added bonus, we have the I guess it's like the ram air intake that we have. That's factory, so that's now integrated into the airbox. Just so much, I mean, they designed this unit really well. So the front passenger wheel is the one that spins the most. So out of all three tires, one is brand new this year, so I put that one up there. All right guys, now we're moving on to the oil change. We added a little bit of brake fluid, we were low. We're going with 520, which is the factory specs. It's a simple oil change, you know, like I said, preventive maintenance. I think this oil change probably has around 5,000 to 6,000 miles on it, so it's getting up there anyway. We're going with Kirkland's Signature, full synthetic. We've done our research. A lot of oils are all created equally. I'm not worried about it. So let's get started. Fuck me. There we go. Heat this part with the traction bar. Yeah, it's pretty dirty. Just FYI, I do have a magnetic drain plug, thanks to Jared. Well, what about connecting rods and stuff? And
it's to catch a bearing material.
Yeah, bearing material, or like, I don't know, any small odd end that's like a ferrous metal that's magnetic, it'll pick up. So it can't hurt. Just an extra little peace of mind. Plus it's red, which means I go faster. So yeah, I probably should wait, but whatever. So we've got the coolant, the stock one here, popped it up, and then we got it over the AC line. We're gonna try to disconnect the top line there. It's already leaking on Quinn. We're trying to do this without. This is already a disaster. So we got this rigged up here, trying to make as little a mess as possible. It's a process. Make sure you lube up the seal before you put her in. Okay guys, so this car takes 4.2 quarts of oil. So we get 5 quarts in a bottle. So we're taking this basically to 0.8. Alright guys, so we're about to put the coolant tank in. We have the factory one out. As you can see, it's just like 2 pieces of plastic that were probably like, I don't know, just like plastic welded together or something. So we have a Mishimoto, this is gonna be a welded aluminum coolant tank. Big shout out to Ron at Whoosh Motorsports. We were pressed for time to get it here and get it in, and he got this thing hooked up for me. Came in the mail pretty much within the next 2 days. So we're gonna put this guy on, unbox him first. So here's the new tank. As you can see, we have our 2 lines. We have a little sight glass here because of course it's not clear anymore. We have our min and max and everything. So the location of these ports is very similar. We should have one. No, that's just 3. So yeah. Yeah, so I guess we have probably the send to the motor, and then a send and return from the turbo, or something along those lines. So you can see it's a little bit bigger. It's just nice to know that this thing isn't going to break like this one did and leak all over the place. So yeah, let's get her in. So I slipped her into position. Real nice, real easy. Just have to have the right touch, and boom. So we just have to put this bracket back on, and
you need that hose clamp down there.
Yeah. Yep, this down here, and then we're done. So carry on. Had an oopsie, but the coolant tank is in. No big deal. Slid down over top the AC line bracket. Single bolt. Everything else has rubber bushings to keep it in place on the brackets. It adds a overflow tube. Hopefully we won't need that, but basically she's in there. We're just gonna fill her up with coolant, and oh man, I should have gotten a billet coolant cap. Oh well, there's time for that. So yeah, that's about it for this one. Yeah, thanks guys for following along. I can't wait for this weekend down at Summit Point, West Virginia. It's going to be an awesome day. We got awesome friends going along with us too. I think about 8 people maybe. And of course, as always, thanks for watching. I know we've been kind of delayed with our Fiesta Fridays, but there will be
sponsor Little Caesars.
Oh yeah, Little Caesars. Thanks for the sponsor. We really appreciate your service and everything you do.
Pizza.
So, thanks for watching, guys. And if you have a fast car, you better bring it.